Are you, are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say who murdered three. Strange things that happen here, the stranger would be. When they at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? The dead man called out for his love to flee. Strange things that happen.
Travel through the depths of my mind, perplexing and sort of restless, but ain't no lies. Growing stronger in the faith, gotta keep it wise. It's a lot of two-faced masters of the skies. See the truth 3D, get graphic with designs. See they raps fabricated, gotta read between the lines. I'm just trying to navigate in a city full of crime. Peaceful but aggressive, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, watching lanes give it all. 30 shekels and some wop. 5 minutes of fame, 30 seconds, you gon' drop. Should've read the fine print. Now you run until you slip in a pit full of snakes. We don't fold, we don't break. This the rise of the jakes, and we run into the finish line. Escape Babylon and hope we see clearer skies. I said we run into the finish line. Escape Babylon and hope we see clearer skies. I'm tired of running. You tired of running.
Coming to the tree, they strung
They took the strongest man.
strange things that happen here, the stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree.
They left blood on the leaves, now it's blood on our sleeves. You can give us free or let the Lord punish thee. I'm tired of running, these thoughts are cunning. I got my needs, I want for nothing, but I'm mean mugging. I guess the blood in my veins got me seeing something. Having visions and flashbacks, like what's the sense of running if you ain't on the right track? The wicked gon' flee when no man pursue. Who gon' die for their beliefs and be ready to shoot? Reprobated riches got you ready to loot. See, the truth ain't for debate, you get swiftly rebuked. You niggas dying for attention and stuck your head in the noose. You make yourself a spectacle for all of you. You be in air worldwide on the evening news. This the school of higher learning, make you pay your dues. It's antebellum on my cerebellum. Are we slaves to the lies they tell? I read the Bible, but I'm not your reverend. Get your ass on the right track.
Are you coming to the
Tired of running.
they strung up a
They
man,
strung up on us. He said he murdered three.
strange things that happen
What a strange
here,
land.
the stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree.
Flee or fight and die a martyr. I'm ready to go anyway. How about do the right thing and whatever happens, gonna happen. That part.
Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. If you like that track right there, it's called Runaway. It's myself, artist name I Am New Breed, featuring Jennifer Lawrence. All right, and you can find that particular song on New Breed Music and Motivation. If you don't follow me on New Breed Music and Motivation via YouTube, go ahead and follow me. It's a lot of good music there. Today we got a very high-spirited message, a resounding message that I hope permeates through the hearts and souls of everybody listening. We got to talk about this racist agenda, the racism agenda. There's a lot of racial tension going on in the atmosphere. And, you know, I've been sitting back watching. And I've been looking at the conscious community, and I look at some of the changes they have made, and I'm looking at the Israelite community. I'm looking at the Christian community. I'm just looking at all religions, all right? And I'm looking at all demographics of people, and I'm analyzing, and I'm really looking from the outside looking in, and I'm paying attention to what's going on, you know? And what's really happening right now is 1%, just 1%, they are causing division amongst the people. I mean, among all people, people in general. All right. Whatever type of quote unquote royal bloodline is operating, they're definitely operating in secrecy, and they're definitely dividing all races of people. And I'm talking about just on a human level, just in basic interaction on how we feel towards one another. And I think it's imperative to speak about this agenda and really break it down. I mean, because at the end of the day, we all people, we all bleed. We all have similar issues, similar problems. We all go through things. We're all people. You understand? And I watch the conscious community, a lot of brothers in particular, grow their whole platform off of basically being racist. I'm talking about some of the biggest names. They grew their platforms off of calling white people cave beasts and cave dwellers and all kind of derogatory terms. I've watched them build platforms doing this. I've watched it. And now it seems like it's kind of spilling into biblical believers as well. Because once you learn your identity according to the Holy Bible, often people change the narrative of the scriptures to fit their own pain, to fit their own resentment, to fit their own, I would say, personal problems. Problems that we deal with, that we must deal with in our own communities. We tend to internalize these problems and blame them on other races, on other people. That's the biggest problem I see in the black community. I mean, we blame everybody for every damn thing. But before I get into this topic, y'all, I would like to promote the Supreme Poetry. Yes. This right here. Let me take it on out. This is a poetry book right here from the Supreme Poet. She writes poetry. She recites poetry. She paints. It's a sister on Instagram. You can follow her by the name of Supreme Poet, all right? Let me just show you. And everything that she speaks about is about the Most High. I'm talking about her poetry is deep. I'm talking about I will sit here and read her poetry or listen to her recite her poetry, and it's fire. It gives you a lot of energy. It's all Bible based. It's dope. She has her own business. She makes her own candles, and she's an artist. So she's very creative. These candles right here, she makes these candles. She makes these candles at Supreme Poetry. And it's, as you can see, it's light water and flowers. That's dope. And she does everything from scratch. And I mean, we got to support our people. If you would like her information, follow her on Instagram at Supreme Poetry. All right. She does art, candles, and poetry. Very talented sister. All right. I just wanted to put that out there because anytime I see a brother or sister putting out something that is needed for the nation and really putting in that work, that has to be promoted. It has to be put out there. So shout out to Supreme Poet. All right. Support your people, y'all. Support your people. You can get all her information. I'll leave it in the description box. All right. Somebody says soap or candles. It's candles that she makes. All right. Now, we got to get into this lesson. All right. So it's something interesting that was floating around that I've seen a lot of people react to. All right. And it's on The Cut, the CUT, Cut, which is a predominantly black BLM, Black Lives Matter YouTube channel. They hashtag everything Black Lives Matter. This particular channel it was a video that came out last week. All right. And it was called, So What Exactly Are White People Superior At? So what exactly are white people superior at? And I was just like taken back by the messages that were delivered in this particular video that they released. And I want to kind of share this video with y'all I want to go ahead and play it. I want to share my commentary. I want to share my thoughts regarding this because these are the type of things that got to be put on blast when they are put out. We got to nip this right up in the bud. So I'm going to play this video. But before I go into the video and play it, before I even play the video, I don't want to jump the gun. I got to greet y'all the good people. You know I got to greet y'all the good people. Man, we got Miss Def down the rabbit hole in here. Marion Slaughter. What's good? Mad Steez in the house. Yeah. We got King Knight in the house. Man, as y'all enter this chat, make sure you mash that thumbs up. We got a very powerful stream this evening. We got Jay Woke, Mariah McKenzie. Yeah. Gerald Nichols, Danielle Fair. Yeah, see y'all up in here. Man. Okay, who else? We got World End Beats 205. Mind Over Matters up in this joint. Okay, Cavanta Washington. Bowley 55. Yeah, what's good? What's good? Listening from the UK. The Braid Studio is in here. Princess India. What's good? Man, I'm glad y'all catching another stream. We about to go in on this stream. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put the disclaimer out there right now. This stream is going to ruffle a lot of feathers. Whether you be a conscious community personality, whether you be a Bible believer, whether you be a Christian, a camp leader, a congregation, whatever, all of this is going to ruffle a lot of feathers because a lot of people are thinking in the confines of racism. Now, you know, when I say racism, I mean what the world calls racism, because racism truly is just people racing to the top, people looking out for their own people. It just so happens that black people don't look out for their own people the way they should. So we think, looking at everybody else, that everybody else is racist. Well, in fact, they just looking out for the greater good of their own kind. And we want equality so bad, not realizing that when you are placed in captivity in a land that's not yours, you begging for equality makes no damn sense, right? Because if I take somebody and I bring them to my country to serve and help build my country, I am not going to sit there and make them equal to me. That makes no sense. So it's a perilous run for equality. So too many sensitive people are fed into this racist agenda. And it doesn't matter. It's just people in general. And people are going as far as to claiming that one race is more superior than the other. People are superior at different things. All right. So they made this video on Cut, and it's called "So What Exactly Are White People Superior At? Keep It 100 Blacks in America." So they asking all these black people in America, what are whites superior at? Listen, people are superior at different things. Let me just throw that out there off the break. All right. The Most High chose his people to be superior in the end days when it's time to rule. Better believe that. But right now, while we living in this world, listen, we all trying to find our way to salvation. We all trying to find our way to truth. It just so happens that some people may be more superior at bringing it. The children of Israel, the blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, so on and so forth, we may be more superior at teaching the Bible because it was our book. You understand? But when it comes to superiority, to be totally frank with you, everybody is skilled at different things on an individual level. But you know what? I want to play this. I want to play this because it's a lot to react to. And I want to show you what Black America is thinking, how Black America thinks, right? Now, mind you, before I even play this particular channel supports Black Lives Matter. All right. Now, let me play this.
Exactly are white people superior at?
Oh, according to television, everything. A white man could fly. Even a white woman, she could be 4'1". She knew karate. She could take down 15 people.
Now, does the media project that white people are superior? Absolutely. The media does project that. Absolutely. You know, when we get a black superhero, we get excited. Although, when you're looking at sports itself, when you're looking at it on a physical level, yeah, a lot more black people, their physical makeup is stronger and they're actually more athletic. That's just something that they happen to be superior at. But when Hollywood rolls out, you know, these movies, that's true what the first young lady said. I give her that, but that's Hollywood projecting something. But let's go.
What are white people superior at?
Man.
Now listen. All these people are acting like they can't answer the question, right? Mind you, these people support Black Lives Matter, right? If they can't come up with a conclusive answer to what white people are superior at, how in the hell are they screaming white supremacy all the damn time? I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that one for a second. If they can't think of nothing that white people are superior at, how in the hell do they keep talking about white supremacy? See, they are literally going against their own narrative and don't even realize it. All our issues that we have, the reason why we at the bottom is because issues we got to deal with. They can't even think of what they're superior at, but they're talking about white supremacy. Oh, they're holding us down systematically and this, that, and the third, but they can't think of nothing right now. They drawing blanks. Let's continue.
Oh, God.
What are white people superior at?
They just keep talking, mostly about their pets.
White people love their dogs. Like, that's all you see.
White people love their dogs. Black America, the whole damn world is watching you. And that's what you come up with? They love their dogs. Black folks don't love their dogs, but white folks love. You hear the stereotypical garbage that's being spewed right now. Let's continue.
Cats, letting them get on your countertops while you're cooking.
White folks letting cats get on their countertops while they're cooking is what they're superior at.
Yes, I get that you love your pet, but like you need to take it everywhere, like everywhere. I guess, you know, hey, emotional support animals, I guess.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Fuck, man, like making cereal, casseroles.
What kind of casserole?
Tuna.
Now, y'all hear the stereotypes, right? They talking about casseroles, tuna. Let's continue. Just listen to this, right? Black America, the whole world's watching. This video went viral for a reason.
It's always tuna. What do you mean? It's always tuna.
Using mayonnaise in a lot of their recipes.
Using mayonnaise in now look, check this out. Using mayonnaise in a lot of their recipes is what they superior at. Check this out, brothers and sisters. Look, hear me out for a second. If this video was white people and they asked 100 white people, what are black people superior at? And these white folks said a bunch of just derogatory, I would say, nonsense that they saying now. Look, they good at spear chucking. They good at eating watermelon. They good at eating fried chicken. Imagine that. Imagine that. They'll be shut down so damn quick. Before you can bat an eye, they will be shut down. If white people projected these same stereotypes, right? What are black people good at? Oh, they're good at dancing. Yeah, they're good at eating watermelon. You know, they eat the seeds and everything. They're spear chuckers. Imagine that. So how can we ask for, and look, picture this. If white people did that, Black Lives Matter would be in a damn uproar, correct? I mean, they would be pissed off. They would get YouTube shut down. They would get any network or platform that put this video out would be shut down. So we gotta get our minds right, man. Let's continue.
Bland food.
Unseasoned chicken.
How you gonna start whole spice wars and don't even use seasoning on your food? I mean, come on. What exactly are white people superior at?
Smelling funky.
Santa Claus. Extreme water sports.
Corn mazes.
She said smelling funky. Dude turned around and said corn mazes.
White people are great at having fun. That's a function of white supremacy.
He said white people are great at having fun. That's a function of white supremacy. Hold up, bro. Hold on.
Because they just don't have as many stresses as
Because they don't got as many stresses. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but can't nobody party like a brother that just got his damn income tax check. I don't know nobody who can party more than a brother with an income tax check, or he just won a damn lawsuit. Yeah. I'm cracking jokes right now, but I'm being honest though. I'm being honest with you. I'm cracking jokes, but I'm entertaining this whole video here. I'm entertaining what they're talking about.
White people are very superior at their privilege and utilizing it. We do not have the privilege to do whatever and however we.
Let me tell you, the people in these videos, man, you could tell they the ABC gang. You know, they the LBGT ABC 1 2 3 gang. I mean, it's a lot of strange looking characters here on this video, just to let you know what we're getting information from, the response from. They didn't ask the right black people this question.
Wanted.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Not getting arrested.
I was driving down the street with
He said not getting arrested.
I drove down the highway with a friend of mine who was white, when he's like, I just want to pull over and pee. And I'm in the passenger seat. And I was like, please don't. Because the black man thinks differently. If I pull over to the side of the road and pee, a cop is going to be right behind me to punish me.
Wait, what? Bro, where you living in? Alabama in the 1940s? He said if he get out the car to go pee on the side of the road, number one, like, where the hell are you living at where if you get off and pee on the side of the road, they gonna punish you? This ain't 1950, bruh. Damn, I mean, like, what in the coonery and buffoonery is going on here? You gotta worry about walking in a damn wrong neighborhood more than you gotta worry about somebody popping out the bushes on you and punishing you because you had to take a piss. This ain't 1955, bruh. I mean, come on, man. Like, where do they get these people?
What exactly are white people superior at?
Insecurity, pretending, fear, being fearful of nothing, being ignorant,
Blame. Letting their egos control their every move.
Really? Now imagine if the shoe was on the other foot and it was white people making this video, bro. But we want respect. We want respect, though.
Privilege, feeling victimized.
Playing the victim, congratulating themselves over shit that they're incompetent at, or that should have already been done.
they're superior at being dicks.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Oppression, gaslighting,
Lack of empathy.
intellectualizing oppression. Did I say oppression?
They're just creative.
By the way, some of the people in the video are white, but they're supposed to be asking black people. Yeah, it's like a handful of white people they're asking who actually hate their whiteness that are answering some of these questions, which I'll leave the link in the description box after this video airs.
Thinking of new ways of like always staying one step ahead of other people. If you're getting rid of slave catchers, then let's just expand the police force. Like that stuff to me is wild.
Here we go. There go that defund the police agenda. There we go.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Making us believe that we don't matter.
Believing that they're superior.
Feeling superior.
Thinking they're superior.
Thinking that they're superior.
Thinking that they are superior.
Self-delusion.
Controlling the narrative.
Believing their own press.
Marketing of white superiority.
Whether you are Republican, whether you're Democrat, whether you're conservative, like white people are really good.
Yo, this dude right here sound like Scottie Pippen from the Bulls. But he looked like somebody's grandmother. Dude sound like Scottie Pippen, bro. Looks exactly like somebody's grandmother. No lie, yo. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now.
At upholding white supremacy.
How about claiming that, they are actually a whole separate race, when actually white DNA comes from the black female?
So what exactly are white people superior?
Honey, lying, stealing, and cheating.
Manipulation, withholding information,
Lying?
telling lies.
What kind of lies?
The lies of history.
They say that history is written by the victor, but the victor could be replaced by the colonizer.
What are white people superior at?
We in information highway now. Yes. A lot of races lied about history. But right now, look, we in information highway. We can't keep making excuses for not finding our history. I just wanted to share some of that. I can't really stomach the rest because it's just total nonsense. I can't really stomach the rest of this particular video. It's like a few more minutes left, but it's really just nonsense, all right? Now, I wanted to bring that out because, listen, videos like that fuel racial tension. We generalize and we categorize people, and then we expect to get respect. Look, listen, let me put this out here. I don't care what atmosphere you in. You can be free or bond. If you know how to respect people, you'll get respect. You can be locked up among people who got Confederate flags tattooed all over their bodies. They can be good old boys. And if you have respect, you will survive that situation. It's all about respect when it comes to people. How can you disrespect, stereotype, and say all these derogatory things and expect to have some damn respect in this country? This is why we're disrespected. This is why we're at the bottom. If you want respect, you got to earn it. Straight up. And you can feel exactly how you want to feel about it. And I'm watching the conscious community. I'm watching Bible believers. I'm watching all these people talk about our superiority as black people. Yes, it's true. You wouldn't have white people if black people wasn't here. Our DNA creates you. Our DNA creates everything. We are the original man, all right? When the Most High God says he created Adam from the dirt, what color is dirt? Brown, right? That's common sense. That everybody came from Adam. Everybody came from the original man. It is what it is. But who are we to sit here and say who can have salvation and who can't? Because that's what I see floating around among the Israelite community. And let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm not a part of no camp, no congregation, no church, no group. I'm not even involved in organized religion whatsoever. I don't care about pissing people off. I don't care about pissing off anybody. Only thing I'm going to give you is sound doctrine. Only thing I'm going to give you is what thus saith the Lord, what was written in the text. And honestly, to be quite frank with you, I really, truly, I just don't give a damn who cares about it. I don't care who cares about it. I don't care who gets angry about it. I don't care who's upset. I just don't care. I'm going to give you the truth, what the word says. Right? And regardless, whether you agree or disagree, you better respect me. I'm going to respect you if you respect me. But whatever type of energy you put out there, that's the type of energy I put back. That's just how it works. You can't disrespect somebody and expect to get respect. That's what a lot of you brothers don't understand. You can't disrespect people and then think you're supposed to get respect. That's why I can't understand the street culture. I can't wrap my mind around it. These brothers in the streets don't want to respect nobody. They want to take brothers' wives. They want to, disrespect brothers in their community. They want to spread rumors. They want to backbite. They want to be talebearers. They want to go from house to house to house gossiping. And then they want people to respect them. No, you're going to get your head bust in them streets. Rightfully so. But this whole conversation comes up about salvation within the community. And we got to talk about it from a biblical perspective. Because, you know, a lot of people are on a high horse. And that's just what it is. We're going to start off in the book of Romans. Romans chapter 1, verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. To the Jew first, and also to the Greek. I mean, who are the Greeks? The quote unquote white man, right? Who is the Jew? We found out later in history that this skin right here, yeah, we happen to be the children of Israel. We don't call ourselves Jews. We call ourselves Israelites. It says to the Jew first, and then also the Greek. So listen, I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. I'm going to speak the truth of what the Bible says. Some of these people out here got to ask themselves, do you believe in Christ or are you non-Messianic? Are you Messianic or non-Messianic? Because what you're about to find out in these verses, in these scriptures, that not only the children of Israel can have salvation, but the Greeks, the Romans, guess what? Every other nation can have salvation. Every other nation can have salvation. And I'm going to prove it. Not by running to my mouth, not trying to be eloquent, but I'm going to prove it by reading this word. Inside the Nation Radio, salute, salute. I see you in the house. What's good, brother? Abaya Adonai. Now we're going back to the scriptures. And we're going to get a good understanding. Somebody said, you're not speaking it correctly. Check this out. When I open the lines up this evening, anybody who have questions can ask their questions to be edified if it's something that you miss in this video. All right? Let's just put that out there, because I know there's a great debate out there from a lot of Bible believers whether or not white folks can be saved or not. Number one, anybody who endured to the end can be saved as long as they follow in Christ. But anyway, we're going to go into the scriptures to what it is, all right? Because there is order to everything. When you're talking about the kingdom to come, there's order to everything. First, you got to recognize the world you live in right now is a shadow of things to come. All right? There's going to be a new world. I'm not talking about the new world order. I'm talking about a brew world order. Yeah. This world is going to change. Leadership is going to change. The kings and rulers are going to change. The Bible says those at the bottom shall be at the top. Those who were last will be first. All right? No opinions about that. That's the scriptures. But the Bible never tells you that no other nation will have salvation. Never says it. It's not in there. You could pick and play with scriptures all day. You could try to piece it together and make it fit. You can take a puzzle and spread it out and try to piece it together to get your doctrine. But your doctrine is trash. It's trash. All right? Straight up. Now, let's go. We're going to talk about who will have salvation. Number one, let's start off in Revelations chapter 7. All right. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind shall not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he crieth with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. All right. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all tribes of Israel, 12,000 from the tribe of Judah. Now, let's get this real quick. When it says 12,000 from the tribe of Judah, it's speaking about African Americans or the Negroes. It says 12,000 from the tribe of Benjamin. When it says Benjamin, it's talking about people from the West Indies, our Jamaican brothers. All right. When it says Levi, 12,000 from Levi, it's talking about Haitians. All right. 12,000 from Simeon, it's talking about Dominicans. When it says 12,000 from Zebulon, it's talking about our Guatemalan and Panamanian brothers. All right. Ephraim, Puerto Rican. 12,000 from Manasseh, Cubans. 12,000 from Gad, North American Indians. 12,000 from Reuben, the Seminole Indians. 12,000 from Asher, Colombia. Naphtali, Argentina. Chile. And that's 12,000. Issachar, that's talking about what we call the Mexicans. 12,000. It's 12,000 from each tribe of Israel that will be sealed. Okay? This is what the scriptures say in Revelations chapter 7. But I want to continue to read chapter 7 because it seems like a lot of brothers learn this truth and they fail to continue to read the chapter. They say, see, look, we're the only ones that's going to be sealed. The 144,000. No. The Bible lists the 144,000 first because those will be the leaders in the world to come. The Most High God will seal those who will lead the world to come. Now let's go down in the verse just a little bit more because reading is fundamental, right? Reading is fundamental. And it reads, and this, behold, lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne, before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Did it say all nations? Now let me hear some of you Negroes try to make all nations be just children of Israel, when they just listed the children of Israel. Make that make sense. Somebody said all nations of Israel. If it was all nations of Israel, it would say all nations of Israel. It just listed the 12 tribes and who would be sealed. Get out of the strong delusion. You've been taught lies. See, the media uses racial tension to control us. If you telling people who are fervent followers of Christ, people who are willing to accept this truth, that Christ was black, yes, Christ was a black man, the tribes of Israel are going to be the ones leading this earth, and they want to serve, and they want to get in where they fit in. If you tell those people they're hellbound, what type of tension do you think that's going to cause? They trying to follow the truth too. As long as it's orderly. Yeah. It literally, the chapter literally just said 12,000 from each tribe. And then it goes on to say, I'm going to read it again. Because I don't think people be reading this book. I don't know. I don't feel like people be reading it. Or they just try to make it say something that it don't say. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, kindreds, people, tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Need I say more? All nations, right? Oh man, they ain't gonna like this one. I know. But that's good. Now, let's go to these scriptures. Let's explain the order, how things should be done. We're going to talk about Brother Paul. We're going to talk about Brother Paul because he's one of the most misunderstood brothers in the Bible. Brothers really don't understand Paul's writings, And I want to kind of break this down so brothers can gain some understanding. But before I do so, if you gain an edification, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Allow this video to spread out, because this is what they don't want out. They want to keep us racially divided. They want to promote brothers screaming and yelling at white folks, calling white folks the devil. Let me just put something out there. Let me put some information out there for you. Did you all know that only 3.4% of the white population actually owned slaves? Yeah, I'm talking about actually owned slaves. For you to actually own a slave back then, you actually had to have some commerce. You had to be highly revered. You actually had to have some type of from some finances. You didn't just own slaves. But let me not digress, because in no means, shape, or form am I trying to dismiss slavery, because slavery was definitely a travesty. But basically what I'm trying to tell you is the common average Joe did not own a slave. All right? The average Joe, the average white man did not own a slave. You actually had to have something. All right? In fact, it was only really a handful of families that even signed off on these declarations and conducted the slave trade. So some 1% is hiding, right? And they're causing the whole world to hate each other. The conscious community do it. Israelites do it. Christians do it. Black Lives Matter do it. Everybody is guilty of causing racial tension through their own personal beliefs. You are not the Most High. You're not Christ. Who are you to say who will have salvation? Matter of fact, let's go there. Let's talk about Paul, man. Let's go there. And we in Paul chapter 11. We in Romans 11 and 11. And I advise everybody who watch these videos to open up your Bible and look, follow along with what the Bible says. All right. Now, we in Romans 11:11, and it reads, let's make sure. So I ask, did they stumble in order that they might fall? By no means. Rather, they that trespass, salvation has come to the Gentiles. So as they make Israel jealous, now if their trespass means riches for the world, and if their failure means riches for the Gentiles, how much more will their inclusion mean? See, what you got to understand right now is that through us falling as a nation, dishonoring the law, statutes, and commandments, the Gentiles were able to gain the whole world. They were able to gain everything. They were able to gain the riches of the world. Because why? Because we failed. Not because the white man is this and that and a third. They were able to gain everything because we dishonored our God. We were not following the law, statutes, and commandments. So, therefore, the Gentiles were able to gain the whole world. All right? That's what that first verse says. Now, chapter 13. Verse 13. No, absolutely. Verse 13. Now I am speaking to you Gentiles, inasmuch then I am an apostle to the Gentiles. I magnify my ministry in order to somehow to make my fellow Jews jealous, and thus of them, for if their rejection means the reconciliation of the world, what would their acceptance mean but life from the dead? If the dough offered as first fruits is holy, so is the whole lump. If the root is holy, so are the branches. So what Paul's ministry was he magnified his ministry in hopes to make the children of Israel jealous, so we can get our ass on the right track and stop worrying about everybody else. See, Paul's whole ministry was, look, I'm about to magnify my ministry. My people ain't trying to hear the truth. They too damn stiff-necked and hard-headed to hear the truth. So look, I'm going to magnify my ministry and I'm going to speak to all people who will hear. Those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. Right? Verse 17. But if some of the branches were broken off, and you, although a wild olive shoot, were grafted in among the others, and now share in the nourishing root of the olive tree, do not be arrogant towards the branches. Therefore, the Gentiles end up being grafted in. All right? They were grafted in, but they were taught not to boast against the natural branches. They're not supposed to boast against the natural branches, meaning, listen, you are grafted in. That's just like if I hire you for a job and you come in the job, right? I hired you, I'm your manager, and you trying to tell me what to do. You walk in the job, you moving stuff around, you like, man, look, that need to go over there, this need to go over here. Hey man, I know you the manager, but this, that, and the third. That's what that's saying. So Gentiles were able to be grafted in this truth through Christ, but they're not supposed to brag against the natural branches. You understand? Which we would be the root. Let's continue. All right. But if some of the branches were broken off, and you, although a wild olive shoot, were grafted in among the others, and now share in the nourishing root of the olive tree, do not be arrogant towards the branches. If you are, remember it is not you who support the root, but the root that supports you. Then you will say, branches were broken off that I might be grafted in. That is true. They were broken off because of their unbelief, but you steadfast through faith. So do not become proud, but fear, for it is God did not spare the natural branches, neither will he spare you. See, the Most High didn't spare the natural branches. He put us through hellfire and brimstone. He put us through slavery. He put us through everything. And we the root. So you can't say God's people don't matter. The children of Israel don't matter. Oh, they lost the blessing because they were unruly. They don't matter. Nah, you can't say that because look, if the Most High dealt with us, what you think he'll do to you? We the root. We the original man. We the ones who were given the law, statutes, and commandments. If he did that to us, what will he do to you? So you got to be careful. Anybody, well, it doesn't matter who God's people are. It doesn't matter who the chosen are. It doesn't matter what bloodline. We all should be accepted. No, this ain't that doctrine at all. This ain't none of that at all. God's chosen do matter. God's chosen do matter. But just because you were able to be grafted in, don't go against the natural branches. Now watch this. Now we are on verse 20. This is true. They were broken off because of their unbelief, but you stand fast through faith. So do not become proud, but fear. For it is God that did not spare the natural branches, neither will he spare you. Note then the kindness and the sovereignty of God, serenity towards those who've fallen, but God's kindness to you provided to continue his kindness. Otherwise, you too would be cut off. All right. Now I'm going to go to a precept. I'm going to go to a precept in Acts 28 because, listen, you can't go against the chosen. Although the Most High, he gave you that olive branch. Now watch this. Let's go to this precept to why, more into the reason why Paul decided to magnify his ministry. All right. And we in Acts chapter 28, and we're going to start off at 27. Actually, we start off at 26, saying, go unto the people and say, hearing, ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see and not perceive. For the heart of this people is waxed gross. that their ears are dull of hearing, their eyes have they closed, lest they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and shall be converted, and I shall heal them. Be it known, therefore, unto you, that the salvation of the Most High is sent unto the Gentiles, and they that will hear it. Yes, yes. Be known therefore unto you that salvation of God is sent unto the Gentiles, that they will hear it. And when he had said these words, the Jews departed and had great reasoning among themselves. So guess what? Even in Paul's day, when he spoke these scriptures, the Jews of that time, they had to go talk about that. They was like, what is Paul talking about? He's talking about they can be saved too. What is he talking about? They had to reason with themselves about what Paul was saying. But the scriptures tell you that our people was waxed gross. Their ears were dull from hearing. Their eyes are closed. They don't hear with their hearts. Listen, the Bible says if they be converted, the Most High will heal them. Right now, let me tell you right now, if we would deal with our own problems and stop worried about all these races, you shouldn't be worried about who else going to be saved. You need to worry about yourself. If we actually cleaned up our act and was trying to really do what's right and clean up our communities and stop the damn violence in the streets and get things right, guess what? The Most High would heal this nation. He would instantly heal us. He would heal Israel. But you too worried about the damn white man. If he gonna be saved or not. Your black ass ain't gonna be saved. You arrogant Negroes ain't gonna be saved. Worried about if the white man gonna be saved or not. You Israelite camps are full of nonsense. Ain't nobody really speaking the truth right now. Straight like that. You worried about who else gonna be saved. Your black ass might not even make it. Utter nonsense, garbage. And look, that's what all the prophets of old, they had to go reason with themselves after Paul spoke that word. Because this land ain't going to be healed unless we get right with us. We too worried about who else going to be saved. Man, let's watch this. Let's go back. Let's go to these scriptures. I'm going to leave no stone unturned. No stone will be unturned. Now watch this. We're going to Ephesians. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to give me one moment. I'm multitasking here. And if you in this live stream and you gain an edification, mash that thumbs up button, y'all. This the word they don't want out. This the word that they don't want out. All right. Let's get it. All right. Okay. Now, Galatians chapter 3, verse 14. That the blessings of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Christ, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. Yeah, the blessings of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Christ. Through Christ. So if you believe in Christ, then guess what? Salvation for some Gentiles out here in the world, what you call the white folks, East Indians, so on and so forth, they may receive salvation through Christ. If you are non-Messianic, if you don't believe in Christ, you are not even in our stratosphere. And I'm speaking of the chosen, those who believe in Christ. You're not even in nowhere near our stratosphere. Because for brothers and sisters to survive and sustain and bring the gospel and going through all that we've been through and survive it, the persecutions, the gang stalking, the organized mobbing, the neighborhood watch, everything. Our doors of opportunity being closed and still be able to stand firm, it took Christ to do that. It took Christ to do that. So if you are non-Messianic, then, be non-Messianic. Just say you don't believe in Christ. All right? Because the Bible tells you that Gentiles can be saved through Christ. It said it. Did I write that or did I read that? Did I write that or did I read that? Somebody just said, you're not understanding that the Gentiles are Israelites as well. I have no response for that. Absolutely no response. Galatians chapter 3, verse 14 is what I just read. That the blessings of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Christ, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. Yes. Yes. And yes, they received the blessings of Abraham even here on this earth. Some of the blessings that they receive is because we fail. Let's say hypothetically, let's throw some hypotheticals out there, right? Let's say hypothetically, Gentiles can't be saved, which they can. We went through the scriptures on that. Let's say hypothetically they can't. How does that help you? How does that help you be sealed for the kingdom? How does that help your people? How is that proactive to you? See, the reason I'm making this video is because, listen, I have respect for all people until you show me different, until you show me something that I can't respect. So it's irrelevant. It's such an irrelevant doctrine that they put out. It's just absolutely irrelevant. We're not right. How are you worried about who else being saved and we're not right? And I'm also sticking that olive branch out there. I'm putting the olive branch out there to all people who want to follow the Messiah. All people who want to honor the law, statutes, and commandments. All people who want to follow the order and the structure that the Most High is bringing. All people. As long as you know it's an order to it. As long as you know that the Most High God, he chose his people. He chose the tribes of Israel. It is what it is. And real Bible believers who call themselves Israelites, we ain't out here bashing anybody. We ain't out here acting like animals. We not out here doing all that. There's no need for that. That's not the time for that. I'm telling you, if you go to prison today or tomorrow, right? And you just go in there disrespecting all races, talking about how much more superior you are and how they cave beasts and cave dwellers. Let's see how long you last without having respect. Let's just see how long you last. Just not respecting people. Let's go back to these scriptures. Let's go back to the scriptures. Colossians chapter 3, verse 11. Where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Christ is all and in all. Damn. Colossians 3 and 11. Where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Christ is all and in all. Man, I know that hurt. I know that hurt. I know that hurt. I know that hurt these camps. They like, no, you can't say that, Breed. I'm not under no damn 501c3. I say whatever the hell I want to say. I'm not worrying about losing people based on doctrine. I don't even teach. Listen, I don't even get into all of that. I'm not trying to tickle your racist bone, right? Yeah. Oh, man, I got to let this marinate. I got to let this marinate what's being said. Yeah. Again, I'm reading from the Bible. I ain't write it. Negroes worried about who the hell gonna be saved. And you Negroes, y'all might not even make it. Hell, I might not make it. I'm trying to get my people right. We trying to get ourselves right. You worried about who else gonna make it or not. Who said you made it? You dealing with stuff every day. He who says he's without sin is a damn liar and the truth ain't in him. You dealing with everybody dealing with stuff every damn day. Every day of your life you going through something. Battling with sin just like the rest of us. You might not even make it. When you placed in front of the judge, you better hope you get in there. You worry about who the hell gonna be saved or not. You better be ready to lead. Who you think? We talk about how we gonna be leaders in the kingdom. Who the hell you think you gonna be leading over? Who you think you're gonna lead over? The Gentiles. That's who you're gonna lead over. How are you gonna lead over them if they not gonna make it? Dumbass. I mean, just dumb, doc. It's just dumb. How you gonna lead over somebody who ain't gonna make it there? Somebody stop me when I'm telling some lies here today, man. You're gonna be leading. You're gonna be a king in the kingdom. You're gonna be leading, but no Gentiles gonna be leading. Who you going? You Negroes ain't leading over me. Who you gonna be leading over? Other Israelites? They not gonna make it. You're gonna be a leader in the kingdom. You're gonna have a crown with Christ, and you're gonna be ruling. But who you gonna lead over? Other Israelites? Y'all know, man, I'm not lying, bro. Like, I can't wait for these call-ins, man. Somebody said nobody. Oh, you're gonna lead over somebody. The Bible gives us an order. Man, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait for the call-ins tonight, because it's still somebody, it's still somebody gonna call tonight like, look, man, Gentiles can't make it. Gentiles ain't gonna make it to the king. They ain't gonna make it. Man, y'all got to get that out of here, man. I done talk to East Indians with the red dot on their forehead who know who we are, who show me respect. I done talk to people with lily pale white skin who know what it is. I done talk to people with lily pale white skin that said, look, y'all the children of Israel. Y'all gonna be leading the kingdom to come. When y'all wake up, when your people wake up, we can't wait. Because when the wicked is in control, the whole world is suffering. Straight up. Straight up. I mean, the Bible says what it says, man. And also in these scriptures, you got to remember, the Bible tells us plain as day to speak the truth to the Jews first, and then the Gentiles. I mean, like, y'all just blocking everything off. It says, speak to the Jews first, and then the Gentiles. Does it say that? Does the Bible say that? To the Jews first and then to the Gentiles? Or did it not say that? Hold up. It said to the Jews first, but then to the Gentiles, but the Gentiles are Jews? Y'all Negroes be making up your own life. You want to be racist so bad. You want to exclude people so bad from Christ that you're making up stuff. You're not Christ. How can you exclude people from salvation? Like, you Negroes is crazy. You're crazy. I don't associate with none of them. They're crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, if you call in tonight, we're about to open up the lines. If you calling in tonight, listen. If you call in tonight, I don't want to hear no doctrine that you got, because you ain't about to take me to 20,000 scriptures that don't prove a damn thing. It just ain't about to happen. Nowhere in the Bible did it tell you that white folks ain't going to be saved. Now listen, let me put this out here. Yes, there's some very evil, wicked, satanic white people out here, just like there's some very evil, wicked, satanic black people. And yes, the bloodline or the seed line of Esau, who is running this world right now, who done messed up big time, they are white people. Okay? But all white people can't be generalized. All white people, like you dudes I can't think so small-minded. It's like brothers be talking about all 12 tribes of Israel is black people in America. Like all white people are the devil. Like these just generalized, just like what world do you live in? Like you could tell when people haven't traveled, when people haven't seen anybody, when people don't know a damn thing, when people can't think outside the bubble. It's like, what world do you live in? I'm serious. But anyway, we're going to open up the lines. And you can call in tonight with questions. If you have a question regarding this particular topic and you need edification through any of the scriptures I brought out, because hopefully you was following, then go ahead and ask away. North Carolina, you on the line and you live. You need to turn it.
What's going on, dude?
I'm good, but turn it down in the background.
Okay, I got you. One second.
All right. What it do, family?
Ain't nothing much, man. I just wanted to call in today to make a question on your topic.
Okay, what's your question?
So your question, I just want to go off what you were saying. You were saying that how the media uses media to like the face black people.
Right.
In general.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know, like, I agree with that. You know, we see it on a day-to-day basis. This is why I don't watch too much news. I just have notifications that come on my phone.
Yeah.
Because anytime you see media, it's always they're trying to play two sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're playing chess.
Exactly.
Just playing two sides, moving around on the chessboard, bringing out things at the right time. And it's just it actually shows too, New Breed, like in all the movies and shows that we watch also.
Absolutely. And that's what they do, man. They promote racial tension all on the media. Every time you turn on the TV, especially if you within the states, it's all about racial tension. Liberal left wing extremists and the right wing and all this racism. Listen, let me just put it out here. Honestly, and this is a quick message to white folks out there, listen. And I'm talking about the good old boys. Listen, I see too much good old boys complaining about communism, but I don't see them doing a damn thing to stop communism. This is how I know the media control everything. Because if you all against communism, if you all against all of this radical left-wing extremist agenda that's being pushed, y'all need to get out here and do something. Be some proud, strong white people and get out here and make some moves. Make something shake out here. That's what I want to see.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And can I let you in on one more thing I just wanted to share?
What's that, brother?
I heard what you said before I called in. You were saying something about how satanic the world is and the people, black and white, both satanic.
Hell yeah.
I just wanted to say something. Since we know that Halloween wasn't that long ago, it was an event that happened with me on New Breed, and I was actually followed from my neighborhood downtown, all the way downtown from where I stay. And that downtown is like 15 minutes from where I stay. You got to get on the highway. And come to find out, when this event happened, it happened before Halloween. And it happened like 2 to 3 months before. And then I actually found the car in my neighborhood a month after the event that happened. And I was freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, stay prayed up, brother. Hey, these devils be watching. These devils be watching. They know what it is, but guess what? You got the light of Christ on you, man. You know what I'm saying? Just stay prayed up, stay protected. Fast and pray against all wicked spirits and evil spirits, because those witches and these demons that follow us around, better believe that they fast and pray to their God too. So we got to remember, this battle is 90% spiritual. It's only 10% physical. All right, so we got to get ourselves armed up and ready. But thanks for your calling, brother. I got a lot of calls on the line.
Yeah, no problem, dude. You take care. Thanks.
You too. Shalom and peace.
Shalom.
All right, shalom. Yeah, somebody said religion is not supposed to vibe. We are humans. We are humans. History is just that. It has evolved. Yeah, that's an interesting comment. It's an interesting comment. Arkansas, you're on the line and you're live.
Good evening, my brother New Breed.
Brother, what it do,
It's your
family?
boy Kendrick Harris.
Oh, I already know. What's up, kid, Mr. Harris?
Oh, that's all good. I want to talk with you real quick in regards to the topic.
Okay.
Something that caught my attention, New Breed, is in regard to the slaves, alive people, and to the people that Hitler killed. And I was gonna ask you, can you give me a little insight? Cause I got a little lost in between. The Jews that Hitler supposedly then killed, and our people being black slaves around that same time period. Can you give me a little insight on it?
Whoa, that's a real sensitive topic on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a very sensitive topic. But I'll say this. I'm gonna say this though. That is actually a topic for Patreon, because it's certain things that you can say that will really trigger the algorithm, and it can really get you shut down. And that what you just asked about, that's one of those things. But what I will say, but what I will say is that history, that as we know it, you can't believe it. You got to do your own research on the history. Certain things were told in history, and it's just not true. Now, when the Bible says Jews, let me say this though, so you when the Bible says Jews though, because as I was reading about Jews in the scriptures, when it says Jews, we don't call ourselves that. We call ourselves Israelites. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, through translation and transliteration, certain words were changed. So it is talking about the children of Israel, the so-called tribe of Judah. It's just a derision of the word Judah. So when you hear Jews in the Bible, it is talking about Judah, the tribe of Judah, which is Negroes.
Cause see, that's an interesting point, because you got the house of Benjamin, Reuben, and I believe Manasseh, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you got Issachar. You got Issachar. That's our Mexican brother.
Absolutely.
So, but what I was saying was something about the Americans, the black slaves, and and then I'm gonna be careful, New Breed.
But you know what it is. Oh, you know what it is.
Like you say, there's some fishy kind of going on.
Well, I will say this. Let's just say this. Let's say this. Somebody took our identity, and through a political move, they end up taking our land. And they had to use a great travesty to make this happen. Just like, they had to try to fit the prophecies of Deuteronomy 28. They had to try to fit the prophecies, but it had to be something that appeared to be what they saying it is. So, I mean, in order to gain our land, because if you look at what happened, those very same people gained the land over there in Israel based on what happened with Hitler. So.
And then there was another thing I was going to add on to that question. So when I hear what's going on over there in Jerusalem, New Breed, I wonder, how does that tie up with what's going on in America?
Oh man, I'm not even sure what was. All I know that's going on in Jerusalem is a lot of ethnic purging and a lot of chaos. Do you know anything else? I mean, it's going on everywhere.
As far as, you know what I'm saying? As far as spiritual wise, the prophecies must be fulfilled. They talk about things coming against Jerusalem before the coming of Christ get here.
Right.
And some kind of way America tied into it, and I was gonna see if you had any type of insight.
Oh man, see, you gotta have a talk. We gotta have a talk, man. Just hit me up on email. We're gonna have a more of extensive talk. I do got a lot of calls to get into, but this talk that we about to get into, this a lot of history. There's a lot of history here.
Oh, okay.
But no, we're gonna build though. Just hit me up with an email and let me know it's you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, New Breed.
All right, shalom. Yeah, for sure. If you're in this live stream and you gaining edification, y'all mash that thumbs up button. Yeah, you're on the line and you're live. Arizona, how you doing?
Peace, agreed. It's been speaking with you. I just want to say, as a young brother.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. You sound a little bit muffled. I can't really hear you clearly. Yep. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, how about now?
Yes, that's better. Way better. What would you like? You have a question, comment, or concern?
I have a comment.
Okay.
I just want to say that I'm blessed to have found your channel and that you are the most highly educated and anointed brother that I've come across.
Thank you. All praises to you.
Oh my goodness, you have enlightened me so much. And I'm anxious to see your video. And I'll just see you when I wrap when it's time to go and be with the Lord. I love you. Thank you. Keep it up.
You too. Thank you. All praises to the Most High. Thank you.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.
All praises to the Most High. All honor and glory and esteem goes to the God of Israel. For sure. Texas, you're on the line and you're live.
Yes, this is Nicole from Texas. I was calling in to New Breed Show.
Yes, you are live. You're on the line. And do you have a question, comment, or concern?
Well, yes, New Breed. I wanted to comment about, about the Gentiles.
Okay.
What you brought up about Gentiles. And I made the comment that Gentiles are not only white people. Because if we just give up, for instance, just real quick, and we say that African Americans are labeled African Americans, then we cannot be Israelites. So I just wanted you to expand on that. If it went that way.
Okay. What Gentiles are explained as in the Bible is a non-Israelite. Okay. In the Bible, when it says Gentile, means a non-Israelite. So when I listed the 12 tribes of Israel and all the races that are connected, if you are outside of that race, that makes you a Gentile. If you are East Indian, if you are Caucasian, if you are Hamite, which is Hamites in Africa. I mean, there are a lot more races in this earth than we tend to acknowledge. Okay, so it's definitely not just white folks. It's definitely
right. But should we be calling them races because it's about tribes and nations, not races. Races came
right. The only reason I'm saying race is for the sake of understanding. I realize I got a lot of new subscribers, so I'm speaking their language because they're not going to understand. I want them to understand the message I'm bringing forth. But yes, it is tribes. We're dealing with tribes. We're dealing with nations. But the world calls them races. Whatever. I just say that for the sake of understanding.
Okay. And just one more point. And the kingdom to come. Everybody, can make it into the kingdom. But it is going to be a rebuilding of the nation, and there will be slaves in the kingdom, which people don't want to hear. And it's hard to hear that because when I came through, I've been in the church all my life. My parents went into every church there was. And we believed that the heaven was honey and milk and babies laying down with lions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just not the case. This is a real reality that there's going to be a rebuilding of the kingdom, and that slaves will be in the kingdom.
Well, let me say this. I would rather call it righteous servitude. It would be
okay.
Yeah, that
like indentured servants.
Absolutely, because we're not them. We're not going to be like the ones who oppress us.
Oh no, we're going to be righteous.
Exactly, it's going to be a right. Yeah, absolutely, it's going to be a righteous servitude. So much so that they're going to be happy to be a part of that fold.
Oh, of course, they're going to want to choose what nation they will want to be a part of. They are going to have their own land. But they are going to be servants in the kingdom.
Absolutely.
And we're not going to be lynching them and hanging. Well, I don't know if the men, kings will be doing
the
that.
Most High.
I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is there will be servants in the kingdom.
Absolutely. The Most High is not going to choose men. He's not going to seal 12,000 men from each tribe, men who are rapists, men who want to lynch people, men who want to hang people, men who hate the white man and wants to kill white babies and all that. He's not going to seal nobody with that mentality.
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. It's not going to be just white men. There's going to be slaves from all nations in the kingdom. Because there's people who've done wrong to Israelites throughout history. And those people will be punished for what they've done. Because yes, the Father did put us into this punishment that we're in. And all of us are receiving the punishment. We didn't get to pick and choose, because I'm telling you, what I go through, I don't want to pick and I wouldn't have picked this.
Oh yeah, for
but
sure.
My forefathers didn't do right. You see what I'm saying? So I got the brunt of it as well. And their children are going to get the brunt of it. But it's going to be in a righteous kingdom, but there's going to be a servitude that's going to have to take place. And that's all I want to do.
Absolutely. But let me say this. The bloodlines, those who are wicked and evil, who still continue to oppress, they're going to be in the belly of hell.
Yeah.
So we won't be, the ones who are wicked, they're going to hell. All right. They ain't going to make it. They're going to be burning. Those who continue to be wicked and oppressed, they ain't going to make it. But those who are willing to serve the Messiah, those who are willing to follow the order that the Most High is bringing, those will be the ones in righteous servitude, just to clarify everything.
I mean, they're going to have to keep the Sabbath. They're going to have to follow the biblical laws. They're going to have to do what we do as Israelites. But what I'm saying is they need to understand that they will be in servitude. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. You're right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sis. Thank you for the call.
Thank you. All right. Much love.
It will be order. It will be order. Because those people have ruled, and it's always going to be rulership. There's always going to be a leader. There's always going to be somebody at the bottom. That's just the facts. Virginia, you're on the line and you're live.
It's not being easy on you. It's not like to tell you something. Niggas don't spread it, dude. You're a fucking infant. He's dead.
Sounded like a demon. Again, if you got questions, comments, concerns about this lesson, and I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. A lot of Israelites are going to say, well, Christ said he came for the house of Israel. He came from the house of Israel. Of course he came for the house of Israel. Somebody got to come for us. We were the ones given, we were the ones given the laws who broke the laws. We need Christ to come for us. That don't mean that salvation won't go to the Gentiles. It just means that's who Christ came for. Chicago, Illinois, you on the line and you're live.
Yes, hey, man. I got a question, man. There's two things, man. Is the Canaanites, are they black or are they Indo-European? Because I did some anthropology, they had on the internet, and I kept researching for a while, and they said they were found to be long, pale. I'm not racist at all, but I'm just saying what they said they found. Some straight hair, blue eyes, pale skin. And it's been confusing me a little bit because, when you read the books, they say they were on the Ham, on the curse of Ham. So could it be somebody changed something part of that book? I'm just
Where did you get it? Where did you get that Ham? I mean, that Ham was white or Canaanites were white. What did you see that in the scriptures?
Well, on the Japheth, they don't, right in the scripture, they don't say that. They say the Hamites, like the Egyptians, the dark skinned, and that they was cursed.
Right.
But, when you related to scientists and the stuff that they found from archaeology, they said that they were found, the Canaanites, you can check it out, bro. They said they had long noses, they were fair, white.
Yeah, brother.
They were pale skin.
But look,
they
brother.
had long hair and they had blue eyes.
Yeah, let me that source is inaccurate, bro. You gotta go off what the scriptures say. I'm not sure what scientist that you looked at, but that source is inaccurate. The Hamites are definitely black.
Okay, and then what you say that they say Esau means red and red and ruddy.
Right.
And I checked the red and ruddy animals, and I checked out the red and ruddy cow, and it's like a dark reddish cow, and it looked close to like dark brown, like how brown, you could say burnished brown. So I'm always skeptical about just those two things, man.
Well, just know that Edom, according to the scriptures, said he would exalt himself as the eagle. So if you want to know who Edom is, you got to look at who's ruling the world. You got to look at these 1%ers, the royal bloodlines, what they call the Illuminati bloodlines, the Jesuit order, the reptilians. Look at your George Bushes, and you're literally following Edom, just looking at them, because Edom tells you in the Bible who they are. I mean, they the Draconians, they the 13 bloodlines. So when you see Esau, he is the division of Edom. He's the progenitor of Edom. So Jacob and Esau being in the same womb, you know that it was us and them, because you got to realize the black woman can give birth to black and white. So Esau, she actually had both nations in her belly. So Esau was, what we call the white race or Edom, and then Jacob being us. You understand? So that's just how that breaks down. I mean, it's pretty. Just follow who Edom is in this earth, and you'll see it. You'll see who Esau was. Only through our DNA both can be created, black and white. We call them albinos, but that's the progenitors right there of Edom.
That is true.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Cool. Hopefully that answered your question, brother. We got a lot of calls on the line. I thank you for calling in, though.
No doubt, man. Thank you.
All right, peace. I just know they're gonna be like, well, Christ only came for the house of Israel. It didn't say Christ only came for the house of Israel. It said Christ came for the house of Israel. Because I know that's gonna be the argument. Although we went through all those scriptures. Michigan, you on the line and you're live. That dude was acting like a goat. I'm talking about it's demons calling. It's straight demons calling here tonight, man. What is going on here? You're on the line and you're live.
How you doing, brother?
Doing well. How are you?
Thank you. We gotta start getting ready.
Say
what
that.
I mean by we gotta start getting ready, they finna disrupt everything. Well,
all right, she's about to go in about we need to start getting ready. Listen, if you calling in, you need to ask regarding this topic. All right. Don't call trying to bring forth anything outside of this topic. If you're not interested in this topic, just don't call. New York, you on the line and you're live.
Yeah, greetings, New Breed.
Greetings, how are you?
I'm doing great. I just subscribed to your channel like a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And I only have a comment, my brother.
Okay. Yes.
I truly respect you. You're truly woke. Your knowledge, your wisdom is so great, man. Just keep up the good work, man. You're the truth.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All praises to the Most High God of Israel. Thank you for calling in with your comment. Appreciate you.
All right. Okay. Blessings.
Blessings. New York, you're on the line and you're live.
Yo, what's up, New Breed?
What's good? How you doing?
Good. Now, I just want to come just do a quick comment and a question.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, because, I'll be reading my Bible and things like that, but I definitely think it's like kind of sucked into the Hebrew Israelites
Yeah,
philosophy for a little bit.
Yeah, be careful with them guys. Be careful with them guys.
They sound
For real.
sharp with the word, they sound like, they just sound so confident when they speak. It makes you think like, they got, like, that's the real doctrine, but I'm feeling like the Most High is really telling me, like, that's not the way to go and to get out of it, because it's like certain situations I'm putting in. I don't think that, so I definitely think you're speaking truth,
Oh, better believe. Listen, let me say this, brother, just to respond to your comment. I'm proud to be an Israelite. Proud. I'm proud that the Most High God chose me to be who I am, and I advise all children of Israel to be happy and be joyous, but also take on the responsibility of being who you are. But at the end of the day, these different doctrines that's going out here, man, like they're spreading any kind of hate or any type of ignorance. Like, I don't stand behind none of that. I never have, never will. If you respect me, I respect you. That's just how it is. That's life. I mean, that's just life. And there's a way of doing things. Now, let me just bring this out too about interracial dating just for a moment before you get your question. It's something that I wanted to bring up. That was your question? Listen, let me make this clear. The Most High commands us to stay within our nation. Let's make that perfectly clear. Brothers, you got 12 different tribes of women to choose from. 12 tribes. You're not supposed to be dealing with non-Israelites. But listen, there's a gray area. I'm going to get into that gray area real quick. If you a brother who been married to a Gentile woman for 20 years, then by no means am I going to tell a man to leave his wife, leave his family, leave everything because you got a Gentile. You need to leave her. She ain't of the fold. No. That woman is supposed to follow your God. Now, if she's not willing to follow your God, if she's still dealing with paganism, if she's still dealing with the idol gods of this earth, then you don't deal with her. You leave her where she stands. You do what you got to do. But guess what? You're going to have certain black women who not going to follow your God, not going to follow the truth, not going to honor the statutes and commandments. So when it boils down to it, you got to have that discernment in your mind. You can't let no other man from the outside tell you to split up with your family. That's nonsense. Do you know how crazy that looks? From the outside world looking at us, telling people they need to break. You don't even know these people. You in the street yelling, hey, y'all need to split up. Y'all don't belong together. No, how about teach both of them people about the God of Israel so that man can lead his family? How about that part? And make it clear, I'm all for dealing with our own people because at the end of the day, one of the reasons why we fallen as a nation is because we dealing with all this interracial marriage. And when we die, guess where our legacy is being passed on? NBA players, doctors, lawyers, brothers who have high prestige. When they die, guess who get their legacy? Not their people. So we doing this on a nation building standpoint. You deal with your people, so therefore when you perish, your people grow. Your people are the ones who flourish. Your legacy, your inheritance, everything is passed on through your people. So yeah, but it's gray areas. But I mean, we gotta bring Christ back into all of this. We gotta be centered in this truth. We gotta go straight down the middle with this truth. But no, brother, I know you had a question as well, but you said it was regarding race, so I might have interracial dating, so I might have already answered that.
No, you took care of it, brother. I appreciate you. It's just something, like you said, great. I'm gonna just respect the law, no interracial. It's just like, I don't know what when I'm around a lot of like other races of women,
Yeah.
Like just from my area that I live in, and like the women that are, I'm not trying to make no excuses, but the women that I grew up around are like, I don't know, it just gave me I don't know, bro. Like this black woman, sometimes I love them, they're beautiful, but it's just not right for me sometimes. Not right, but sometimes I just don't like how they act. It's just tough situation sometimes.
Let me just say this, brother.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. It's just, I'm seriously asking,
brother, I'm not one of these channels that's gonna bash the black woman and all that. Oh, get you another one.
None
So
of
you,
that. I'm not bashing them.
no, I'm not saying you bashing them, but if you were to make that comment on one of these other YouTubers channel, they would basically respond with, "Hey man, black women are this and black." I'm not that. You know, I truly, I mean, but what I will say is this: if you just be patient, man, wait on the Most High, He gonna send the right wife for you. And let's say you are surrounded by other women of other races. You know, it's like I said before, man, there's 12 tribes of Israel. You got Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, Haitian, Latino. I mean, that's a lot to choose from, bro. So that's a lot to choose from. That's 12 different flavors, man. So it's like, why go out your way to date a non-Israelite who don't understand your culture? Now, if you do wind up meeting a woman who understands your culture, by all means, and she's on the outside race, guess what? If she follows you and your God, that's on you. You deal with that with you and the Most High. But she got to be willing to follow you, your beliefs. She can't be into no paganism. It can't be no Christmas trees. It can't be all this Thanksgiving and all this nonsense. She got to be willing to follow you. Straight up.
No, I respect that, big bro. I appreciate you. You know,
For
I definitely
sure.
appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
You gotta definitely come out that mindset, because it definitely is. It can set you. It'll creep up on you, you know, and then you'll start looking at everything like that. And just happy I'm definitely stepping out of that stuff, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
appreciate
man.
you.
Thank you, family. Appreciate you, family. Have a good one. Shalom.
You too, bro.
Yes, indeed. We on the line and we live. Hey, if you want to call in with a question, comment, or concern, call in. VA, Virginia, you're on the line and you're live.
Hey, New Breed. My name's Isaac.
Okay. How you doing, Isaac?
Not bad. So I want to make this short and on topic. So just for context, I am white, Caucasian, and I have a Scottish background. But my main question is this. So
Isaac, I know you, right? You
do.
Through Yuccanine, Rima Word Clothing?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, you a good brother. That's right, man. You was in a chat too with the retreat, I think. Right?
Yep, no doubt.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, glad to be here. Yeah, so this is my main thing. I know that this is a spiritual war and a spiritual battle that's taking place. So as far as the racial thing, I know you just made the comment that it should be Christ-centered, and I know that is absolutely the case. One thing that, coming from my background, that I feel like I deal with, and it doesn't matter that much to me about the race, because I know that it is spiritual. But
Right.
in the word where it talks about the spiritual adoption, how Gentiles will be spiritually adopted into the house of Israel.
Right. Well, it talks about.
I guess my question.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess my question is, how do you see it? Like where do you draw the line with like, I guess it's all nations being brought into the house of God by Christ. I guess, like, where do you draw the line with the importance of the actual, like, physical genealogy, and then the spiritual side of it?
And I'm glad you brought that out, because the Bible also speaks about us kind of judging from the outside, where it says someone can be inwardly, consecrated. So that's interesting you brought that out. But no doubt. I mean, if you're looking at people based on skin color, you've missed the mark. I mean, you literally have missed the mark. I can show you some pictures right now. If I was streaming on Streamlabs, which I probably would do this at another time, I could show you some pictures, about 10, 12, 20 pictures of people that you would think are white people. You would look at them and you would say, this is a white person, when their fathers are black. So it's like two nations came out of the same womb. So it's like, if you looking at it from an existential level, you really are not. You're really not in the truth. You're not going nowhere with it. You're going nowhere fast. So
No doubt.
we are looking at this thing spiritually, but it has to be cleared up on a historical standpoint who our people are, and because there's a lot of hate being taught, and it's not only being taught from the conscious community, and I'm saying hate, and I'm using the word hate because listen, if you're trying to tell people they can't have salvation and they're doomed for hell, and you coming between them and Christ, that is hate. That's antichrist. That is literally antichrist in my eyes. That's hate to me. That's literally hate. You coming between another man and Christ, that's hate. Straight up. I'm for Christ. And according to this word, Gentiles, if they accept the Messiah for who he is, we know who Christ was. We know that we've been lied to. There are Gentiles who accept that we've been lied to. They even say, surely our fathers have inherited lies. We all been lied to. So who am I to sit here and stop somebody from accepting what's true and say, I'm going to come between you and Christ? No, it don't work like that. That's hate. So I'm looking at people spiritually. I'm looking at people based on the content of their character. I'm looking at people based on who they are. And yes, in the kingdom to come, this world is going to be a shadow of things to come. And God's people, the chosen children of Israel, they're going to be ruling. And it's going to be righteous. It's going to be a righteous rulership. It ain't going to be like it is now. It ain't going to be, the whole world is not going to be suffering. So that's just kind of the order and the lines that we draw. But most definitely, we look at this from a spiritual angle, man. We're not carnal at all with what we think and our views of the world. You can't make it through organized mobbing, gang stalking. You can't make it through harassment, workplace mobbing, internet mobbing. You can't make it through any of these things being carnal. You gotta have Christ. Gotta have Christ.
Man, I appreciate your response.
Absolutely.
And it's so true what you're saying. From my perspective, being a Gentile, I would say like we all have a purpose that the Most High has given us. So it's like so important. I feel, especially like for me, it's like having people like you that I'm looking up to, and I know where the culture is coming from, and I know who I'm speaking to, and it's like I feel like there's not many people of your same spirit that are willing to lift up brothers who are Gentiles or not of the 12 tribes, who still have a very crucial calling on their life. Because it's like you can feel isolated as a white person too, you know, like just being in my culture and my family. It's like, yo, I don't fit in with any of these people.
Right.
So it's like, man, can I at least have the dignity from someone who is just my elder, someone who I respect and revere, you know, be rooting for me. And I know you have that spirit. And I do appreciate it a lot. And that's basically all I wanted to say.
Man,
I don't want to stay on here for too long.
No, you're right, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna respond as soon as I hang up because I know you want to get on. But that's definitely a real deal. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that call. It was very edifying. Call in anytime too.
Will do. I appreciate it, New Breed.
All right. Shalom. And right, man, you got to understand, listen, Gentiles who come into this truth, they got to deal with a lot of persecution. When I was in Vegas, I met a sister and a brother that considered themselves to be Gentiles. And better believe, them accepting this truth, it ain't no joke. You telling me the Most High God ain't looking at the persecution they got to go through for you know, going against the grain and the lies that's been inherited? You think these people don't have to struggle for that? I mean, get out of your small-minded box of thought. I mean, come on, man. Open your mind. Pennsylvania, you're on the line and you're live.
Shalom, Moon.
Shalom. How are you?
I wanted to talk to you about the tribes and knowing exactly like which tribe you're from,
Okay.
because there's been a lot of stuff on the internet like about Puerto Rico, Mexico, and all that.
Right.
And my family is from Puerto Rico, and I saw that there were some stones found in Puerto Rico that had ancient Hebrew writing.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there told me, that confirmed everything for me. But there's other, I guess that it's camps or whatever that say that, it's only Judah.
Well,
but
those
there's
camps
Hebrews here in the States too.
Those camps
the
are
tribes,
full of
the
bulls.
Native American tribes that had Hebrew writing too. So
those camps are
my
full
thing is,
of
how
feces.
can we know for sure like what tribe goes to what? Because I thought that was from camps too.
Well, your spirit does bear witness to the truth. You kind of bear witness to what tribe you are. When you read this word, if you look at the gifts and the curses, I would recommend you read the book of Jeremiah. Also, let me. You said you from Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, your father is what they call Puerto Rican, correct?
Right.
Yeah. The seed line and the bloodline goes through the father. So whatever your father is, that's who you are. You would be from the tribe of Ephraim.
Okay.
So that's what tribe you would be from, Ephraim. I mean, your spirit bears witness to the truth. We don't need no DNA test. The Most High woke us up spiritually.
Right.
The awakening
Absolutely.
itself is spiritual. Like, I mean, I know what tribe I'm from. I'm from the tribe of Judah.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it's like your spirit just bear witness to it. Most Negroes in America came over on those slave ships, and we came from Yehuda, Judah. We Judites. A lot of us, a great deal of us, and some of us are Panamanian. Some of us are Jamaican. Some of us are Levite, Haitians. But yeah, your spirit bears witness to it. Hopefully that answered that though.
Well, yeah, I also just wanted to say that I really appreciate, watching your videos, and my husband is the one who showed your videos to me, and
Okay. All praises to the
some of the
Most High.
most enlightening. You're sharing some of the most true information that that's available nowadays.
Thank you. All praises to the Most
Calls
High.
coming in.
And I appreciate you for supporting.
Yeah, you mentioned about sending you merchandise. So I wanted to see like if we can email you like for your size or whatever, because we have some shirts that we make for Israelites.
Absolutely. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave my PO box in the description box, and also if you send me an email at kingbree404@gmail.com, I will send you my PO box in response if you miss it in the video. All right.
Okay.
So.
All right, sounds good. I'll be on the lookout for that. Thank you again, brother. Shalom.
All right. Thank you. Shalom. Anybody who has merchandise and you would like to get out, and you are in the, you're making some good stuff, you'll be able to send it to my PO box. We're gonna take a couple more calls. Virginia. Hold on one moment, Virginia. Jamonte Smith, thank you for the super chat, family. Very, very grateful for that. Let me read your comment. It says, very edifying conversation as always. I'm receiving much insight in this live stream. Thanks for the Supreme Poetry recommendation. Just ordered it. Keep it up and peace be with you, brother. I hope to build with you in the future. Absolutely. Thank you. All praises to the Most High, and I appreciate you. Virginia, you on the line and you're live.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, Shalom, Benjamin.
Shalom, Benjamin. What it do, family?
Good. Well, make a project me a work on still. It almost finished. The book me a write, you know what I mean? But
yeah, the book you writing almost finished. Okay.
Huh?
You said you writing a book and it's almost finished?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it published by next week. You know what I mean? But it's about the breakdown of the Bible and who are the true people, you know what I mean, and what we must not do and what we must do. You know what I mean? Like a whole breaking down the Bible, family structure. Another part, you got dreams and vision and all and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. No
So,
doubt about it.
I know that you always talk about we need to like come up with different ideas of what skills we got, what talent we got. You know what I mean? And I want to share it on your platform.
Well, once your book is finished, you already know what to do. You know I'm going to promote it. I'm going to read it first. You know, I'm going to read it first. And then I definitely, you know how it goes. But no doubt. Do you have any questions, comments, or concerns dealing with this topic, though?
Well, first of all, still, you know, to me, to talk about the Rastafari movement. The last time you talk about that, you know what I mean? And what I really want to ask is like, as we as a tribe of Benjamin in Jamaica, you know what I mean? I feel like certain movement that they got in the Rastafari movement, you know what I mean? It kind of bothers me because that is the only structure that we got, you know what I mean? Other than the church, because the church has been westernized, you know what I mean, brainwashed to the point where a lot of people are leaving the church, you know what I mean, in Jamaica. But it's like the Rastafari movement now is the only thing that they can turn to, because the church don't preach about the 400 years of slavery, you know what I mean? Like we're not gonna hear it in the church.
Right.
Only the true Rastafarians talk about that. But me, you know, as a person that new to the faith and been in this for like about a year or two, you know what I mean? That's the only people I can turn to.
Right,
you know what I mean?
The Rastafari. Just know, brother, you got brothers you could turn to in this truth as well. So hit me up with it.
You know what I mean? Like,
hold on, let me say this, brother. Hold on, because we got a lot of calls coming in on the line. I want to get to a few more. But let me close out with this and just let you know that, you know, I know Rastafarians, they got their issues, just like a lot of organized religion and organizations. But just we as brothers of the truth, we got to learn how to just take the meat and spit out the bones. We answer to Christ. Every man has the authority to answer to Christ. Every man has the authority to go to him, you know, and that's what we got to do as people. We ain't putting no drugs in our body. We not polluting ourselves, smoking marijuana, trying to stimulate our pineal gland. We not doing DMT. We not walking around out here high and zooted up. And we really just trying to find Christ. All of us brothers in the truth. And hopefully that's the path. That's the path that you want to take. And don't let that other stuff bring you down. The true followers of the Messiah, we all gonna be together at some point. But let me just.
I mean, my own people is not talking about this like you were talking about it on this platform. You know what I mean? But other from that, I'm trying to see if you can tell me what email I can send my paper to. You know what I mean? What you can do is you can send me your address through an email. I can just ship it off to you. Address.
Okay, brother. My PO box and my email will be in the description box. All right.
All right, then. Cool. Respect. Shalom.
All right. Respect. Shalom.
All right. Blessings.
All right. King Connect, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, family. It says, I want to thank you for the knowledge you give me and the people. As a young man, I appreciate you, New Breed. All praises to the Most High. All praises. Thank you, brother. Thank you for having the ears to hear and the eyes to see. We got Indianapolis. You're on the line and you're live.
Hey, how's it going, Lou?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just look, I spoke to you sometime last week when Woody was on your show.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
that's what's up.
I was just calling, you know, enjoying the show once again. And I was just calling. What popped up in my spirit is, I believe it was Jeremiah 31 and 31 about the new covenant that the Lord will make with us. And it, you know, speaks of he will pour out his spirit on who he chooses and waking them up out of that sense of stupor. And see, with shows like this, if people are not there, you get a lot of, you know, backlash. Why? Because lack of understanding, man, and ignorance. And so when you start talking about, you know, different tribes and Jezai, Hittites, or whatever, people veer away because that's what they've been conditioned to do instead of understanding all these people in the Bible with these names or these nation of people, they all still exist. And so until they get woke by Christ, the Spirit, it's just like, man, babbling on to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, I understand the teaching has to be taught and getting out there.
Hey,
but,
you got some echo in your background.
I just wanted to call in and say that, man. But like I said last time, keep on doing you, bro. I appreciate your show.
Thank you, brother. All praises to the Most High. Thank you, family.
Okay, take care, New Break.
All right, peace. Absolutely. We got to talk about the nations of the earth. We got to speak about what they call race. We got to talk about who is who. And we got to break all these stigmas that's placed on God's people. We got to, So the brother's right. And a lot of people, they lack that understanding. So when you hearing messages like this, a lot of people veer off to it because they don't want nothing to matter. When it comes to race, they don't want anything to matter. All right. But we got to have these conversations. Michigan, you on the line and you're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the line and you're live.
Howdy.
All right. Question, comment, or concern?
Yeah, are you familiar with Genesis 49?
No, could you go ahead and read it to me? Jar my memory.
All right, hold on. I got one right here. Yeah, see, this phone call and synced up with the video in the background, so it's kind of throwing me off. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Genesis 49. 42. 25.
49 and what? 9?
49 right here, just basically the whole one. I think I just got to the one. Let's see.
You're not
right
gonna,
here.
You ain't gonna read the
Yeah,
whole.
I got it. Here we go, buddy. Oh my. It says, oh, my soul, come not thou into their secret, into their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their selfish will, or their self-will, they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Judah, thou art whom my brethren shall praise, and hand shall be on the neck of thine enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down and he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, whom shall rouse him up. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shavuot come, and unto him shall gather of the people be, binding his fowl unto the vine, and his ass colt unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of the grapes. His eyes will be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for a haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zion. Issachar is a strong ass crouching down between two burdens, and he saw the rest was good, and the land that
Okay,
was pleasant.
let me stop you for a second, bro. Now I know what
go ahead.
I know what you're doing right now. You're reading Genesis 49, explaining each tribe, right?
Yeah. That's all. Look,
right.
That's all I wanted to do.
No, that's cool.
People didn't realize it. That's like
right.
This is prophetic.
Right. No, but let me say this.
List of all the tribal names.
I want everybody.
It's just Genesis.
No, brother. I see exactly what you're doing. Listen, I want everybody to study to show they self-approved and go read Genesis chapter 49. I don't want you to go through all of that because that's a whole.
Can I say something before you?
Because I don't. Hold on, bro. Let me say this. we would be doing the people a disservice unless we did a whole lesson on that chapter. So that's why I'm saying.
Yep, got you. No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
I didn't need to step on your toes or
right. No. I will
with a hose, a fire hose instead of the water hose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I just want people to study to show their self-improve, so they can get familiar with that.
Dude, I love your show, bro. I'm a big fan. I didn't expect you even to answer the phone. Sorry. I've been more prepared. Sorry.
No, you good. Thanks for that, though. I appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get to one more call.
I love this topic, man. I love this topic, man. I want to drop something kind of funny on you. I ain't never heard nobody say it before.
Oh yeah, Genesis 49 ain't no joke, man. It tells you all the attributes of every tribe, and it's dead on. I mean, it's dead. Every attribute they give you, you can be like, hold up, I'm in this tribe. Or my people are of this tribe. My people are of that tribe. Because Israel was a man, and he was telling his 12 sons. He was telling his 12 sons what would happen at the end, who they would be, you know, in this earth, and all of the attributes fit those people. So, but that's a good verse. That was a good chapter to bring up.
Look, there's other types and shadows throughout all the scripture. Like in Isaiah, there's a bunch of references to Ephraim. And that's God's, they're called God's hidden ones. And you got to remember, through the disobedience, many people were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And so some of the Gentiles actually are scattered people who have been disenfranchised, indoctrinated into a false history, and don't really know that they are actually Hebrew Israelites. They're not Jews, because all 12 tribes are actually Hebrews and Israelites.
Yep.
Only the Jews are the Judah and Judea. That's Benjamin and some of the Levites and the Judah all together there. That's Judea.
Absolutely.
The rest of the tribes were scattered from the northern kingdom. So some of them could be totally lost. It said they were sold to the Greeks as slaves. And someone came to the Great Lakes here and mined the copper, and that was the Bronze Age, when Alexander the Great freaking rampaged through the Mediterranean there, and freaking it's actually part of the Daniel's beast statue prophecy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey man, you on point, bro. You know your history. For real.
Dude, that's why I said I wanted to talk to you about this subject here. Look, the Danish, man, they used to call them the Danish. That's the Vikings. The tribe of Dan right here in the Bible. You just put Dan, just like they do with Jewish.
Yep.
I-S-H, right? Dan-ish.
Yep.
Danish. Vikings, man.
Yeah, I just read up on that too.
They're just people who adopted the religion of the Greeks.
That's crazy because I was just reading up on Dan. I was just reading up on that too, man. Me and you gotta talk, bro. You know your history,
for sure.
Man. Yeah, for
sure. My name's Chris Alexander, bro. Listen, I've been a fan of your show, man. I love all kind of the way you bounce around from different topics. You're good, well-rounded stuff. You know, you're not afraid to go to certain places. A lot of people might get embarrassed.
Oh yeah.
Or afraid that people might take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
so
yeah.
It's like, it's an enjoyable topics all the time. I mean, I get
thank you, brother.
Challenged in my thinking and beliefs when I watch your show. You know, I don't watch people always just to be validated.
Right.
Sometimes I watch people because I want to be challenged a little bit. Other dudes who I know who are on point and sharp.
Right.
A different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere down the line, who ain't related to me, kind of like an Avenger. He's not emotionally caught up in the situation, so they can kind of speak detached, but it's kind of more truthful sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yeah, you people on YouTube that do this truthing thing, and really push the envelope. It's like, you know, we can push the envelope any direction on the table, but a lot of people do us all a disservice when we push it too far off.
Right.
Without keeping it grounded to the facts.
Oh yeah, you know
the truth.
Christ is the filter.
Facts, right? Ain't truth and facts almost synonymous?
Absolutely. You know, Christ is the filter. We weigh everything through, and but the Bible is the barometer and scale.
Run it back through the scriptures themselves.
Absolutely.
I'm a fan of some extra biblical texts, only the ones that are endorsed in the Bible. For instance, in 2nd Ezra, there was an Exodus where they left in boats. These dudes are called the Scythians, right? Or not the Scythians. There's these guys, I think you said it earlier, neither Scythian, right?
Yeah.
the Scythians were Israelites who had to fight for the Syrian king, and they escaped from there. And it's like my tribe, which is a Great Lakes tribe called Chippewa. Look, it says in our history that we got here in boats.
Right.
But if you listen to modern mainstream history, like Smithsonian history, they say they all walked over at the same time, when the people themselves say it's left and recorded in history books from like the 1800s and freaking Library of Congress scrolls that only you can get if you ask one, basically. It stated in there we came over here on boats, like a bunch of like canoes, basically, big canoes.
Right. So
and you know, they totally ignore stuff like that.
So you're from the tribe of Gad.
The Ojibwe people.
You from the tribe of Gad, right?
Says that the dude thinks that we could be of the lost tribes of Israel.
Oh yeah. You know, you from the tribe of Gad, right?
That's what it would seem that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep myself in check. I don't want to like just be too happy-go-lucky.
Right.
About it, but yeah, from my research, it's definitely a possibility. But I can prove it with beyond a shadow of a doubt. Not as of yet, but as time goes on, more proof of something, some kind of connection like that does come out. Like they find stones with Paleo Hebrew in the area. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be unearthed, like down in Ohio. That's only freaking 400 miles away from here. And it's possibly some of the tribes down there could have been related to our tribes up here. It's kind of like even the Seminoles, the Seminoles is almost like the word Yosemite. If you break that down, it's almost like you said Yosemite. And a Semite is someone who comes from the Levant. That basically is an old school word for Israelite.
Right.
It's written in the words of some of the places in America. And the Yosemite, the tribe, the Yosemite, basically is how you pronounce it, mean those who murdered. For instance, you got like Seminole, they made an alliance with runaway slaves supposedly back in the day, who was other Israelites who were imported to this land. I mean, it wasn't just necessarily Gad necessarily was here. Not all the Indians were related.
Right.
But
I'm glad. Now look, I'm glad you're bringing this out.
At the story of Cochise.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Of buying Arizona and all them.
Hey, bro, can you hear?
From states in California.
Can you hear me, bro? I don't think he can hear me. Can you hear me, bro?
You can look it up.
Can you hear me?
Well, wait, I can hear you now. What up?
Okay, yeah. No, I'm glad you're bringing this out because you know it's around Thanksgiving and a lot of people not educated on the Gadites.
Hey, I love you, man.
No doubt. But let me say this though.
For doing this, man.
Okay, bro. But let me.
It just so happens I was
Hey.
He was doing this, so.
All right, so the brother, I don't think he can hear me the whole time. But anyway, thanks for calling, caller. All right, but we at my time stamp. So as always, it's always an honor to build with you. The brother did bring out a lot of good information, though. He knows what he's talking about with his history. He was just going on and on, but no doubt about it. Brother, if you're watching this stream, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram, all right? But I'd like to thank y'all for watching another live stream. If you would like to get exclusive raw content, follow me on Patreon, link in the description box. Also, if you have product that you would like promoted, then go ahead and shoot me an email as well, and I can give you the information you need to send that product. All right. But anyway, thank y'all for the support. Everybody who sends super chats, it's always an honor to build with y'all. Thanks for supporting this work. You know, it takes a lot of time, effort, and energy to put together these lessons and topics, and it goes towards doing this work. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all have a good evening. Stay safe out here. With that being said, shalom and peace.